So let's go to our file navigator here, and we are going to create our basket. So our basket is going to be a file that is actually something that is available in multiple views of our application, because in our home view, in our detail view, which is shown on top of home view, we want to have access to our basket so that we can put an item into the basket. Then if we are running our application, we have this basket view that will show all our basket items. So we need access to our basket in our home and in our basket view. So what I'm going to do is in my domains here, I'm going to create a new Swift file called this basket view model. And this view model we are going to have as an environment object so that we can access in multiple views. So let's create a final class basket view model that is observable object. We conform to that protocol, and our basket is going to publish have a published var items, and this is type of drink items. And at the beginning we are going to initialize it as an empty array because there is nothing in our basket. Okay, so this is going to be private set because we are going to read it from outside, but we will set it only inside our class. So we are going to have some functions. First one, obviously we want to add things to our basket. So we'll say func add drink, and this is going to get our items and append a drink to it. Then we want to be able to delete something from our basket. So we will say func delete items. And here we can pass an index set that we want to delete, offset, and this is going to be index set. So this will be all the indexes that we want to delete, and we say items.remove at offset, and we will pass our offsets. So this will, whatever we pass here, let's say I want to delete row 4 and 5, it will come here and delete the row 4 and 5 from our array. We want to calculate how much is the total of our basket. So let's say func total price, and this is going to be a double. It's actually not a func, we need a variable here. And this will be double, and we want to go over our items until we reduce it to 0. And what we want to do is to get the price 0 dot plus $1 dot price. So we will go over our array, we reduce it to 0, and multiply, add the price of each item inside our basket, and that will be our total price. And finally, we need another function here to create our order. So I will say func create order, and to create an order we need to pass some kind of user, because for our order, remember our model, each order has details of our user. So we need to pass a user so we can create an order. Create order for user, which is type of user, and we put it as an optional user. To create an order, we want to make sure that we don't have an empty items array, because if there is no items in our basket, we don't want to be able to create an order. So I'll say card let card items dot is empty, and we put not empty, else we return. So if we don't have anything in our order, in our basket, in our items, we want to bail out, we don't want to save anything. Also we say card let user is equals to user, because we are passing in an optional user. We want to make sure that we do have a user, otherwise we want to again exit. We want to return. If we have a user and we have something in our basket, we say let order is equals, and we create an order item. ID, I'm going to put UUID string. Let's put this on a separate line so it's easier to read. Okay, customer name will be our user.name, user.address, user.mobile. Items, now this will be our items, and order total will be total price. So we have our order created, and remember we had this Firebase repository that is our helper function, which has a function called place order. So let's go to our basket view. We need to have access to that function, so we are going to put our Firebase repository here. So we say private let Firebase repository is equals to Firebase repository. So again, it's better to in a real project, it's good to have here dependency injection, but for now we are going to do it this way. So I will say Firebase repository, place an order, and we need to pass an order to it, which is our order here. And once we create an order, it will be ideal to empty our basket. So whatever array is here, we want to set it to empty. So we say items is equals to empty array, because we have placed our order. We want to delete everything from our basket. So we have this basket view model, which initially has no items inside, and it can add things to our array. It can delete things from the basket. It can calculate the total, and it knows how to create an order. So in order to have access to this basket view model in our home view and our basket view, we are going to create it as an environment object. So let's go to our My Coffee Shop app as the main entry point of our application. And I'm going to do it here in our app tab view. I'm going to add an environment object, not environment key, environment object. And here we are going to pass our object. What we want to put? We want to put our basket view model, and I initialize it here. So now in all our views, because our app tab view is the first view entry point to our application, it will put it in environment, and all the daughter child views of our app tab view will have access to this environment object. So if I go to my home view, or if I go to my basket view, or even in account view, I have access to this environment object. But right now we need to gain access in our drink detail view so that we can actually put our drink inside. So what we need to do here at the top, access our environment object, var order of type basket view model. So it will go and check in our environment, is there anything as basket view model type? If yes, it will add it to our order variable. If, however, we access something in our environment object and we don't have it there, our application will crash. So make sure that whenever you are using an environment object, you have actually passed that environment object. All right, so getting back to our drink detail view, now that we have our order, here we need to add the drink to our order. So how we are going to do it? Say order.add, we have a function that adds a drink, which is our drink here that we have passed. So let's go and go to our basket view. And whenever we add something, just to make sure everything is working, we say print, and let's say we have items, when it's string interpolation here, items dot count drinks in our basket. So let's run our application and try to put something in our basket, and this should fire up. And let me just clean it up. It says we have 1 drinks in our basket, and it dismissed. So let's add something else. It says we have 2 drinks in our basket. So we are adding things to our basket, which is very good. So now we can move to our basket view and actually show what we have in our basket.